Fix my chair real quick. So, I think it's recording. I can't see my circle. I can never really tell with StreamYard. But what's up, y'all? Wednesday night live stream, and today I'm just talking about whatever. Really, it's no set topic. Like lately, I just been thinking about just like trying to get out this system. Yeah, I don't know. I hope they can hear me. Hold on, let me. Yeah, but lately, I just been trying to think about like how to get out the system. And what I mean by that is like financially. Like I'm just really focused on trying to get out the system. Because it's really apparent like why they made stuff, like why they made us have to pay for stuff using money, because it keeps you bound like to this matrix. Because if you don't got money, you can't live. Like they have you constantly just fighting for basic resources on a daily basis because you got to pay for it, and if you don't got money, you can't get it. So it's like the only way to really like escape this matrix is if you like amass a lot of currency. Like you got to get a lot of money. You got to find a way, an ethical way, of course, but you got to find a way to really just break through and become successful. Like that's the only way to beat this matrix. And even then, it's like you're still gonna be bound in some way. Like they got you physically bound here because of this money system. Like that's why they got it set up like that. And just as of lately, I just been really thinking about that, and like it's been pushing me just to keep going because I gotta make it out. Like I gotta make it out. I'm just tired of waking up every day and then I gotta go to work and do something I don't want to do. Like it just feels like a waste of time. But you gotta be there. Like every every time I'm at work, I be feeling like I just feel like I could be doing something greater with my time instead of being locked up in a facility around a bunch of random people I don't know, and I'm pretty much being forced to work with them. Otherwise, I risk getting fired. Like that concept is just it's just so foolish to me. It's outdated. Like I'm not trying to do that with my time. I could be like using my free time, like all that time I'm at work, to focus on myself, like build on my skills, practice what I'm good at, keep getting better, meditating. Like I could be using all that time I'm at work to focus on myself, but now I gotta be somewhere just pretty much forced to do labor. Like, it's just like I'm just trying to find a way out of this as soon as possible. Like I mean, I know it's only temporary. Sometimes you gotta do what you don't want to do. That's perfectly fine. I understand that. But it's like while I'm going through this process, it's just like it's it's becoming real apparent to me that I gotta make a way out, and I will find a way out for me because I'm always working on something. I'm still doing my piece, so I know it's gonna work out. I'm just waiting for that day though, because working a job is definitely not it. Like, and it be seeming like everybody else is just so complacent. Like at these jobs, it be seeming like the people that complain like about having to work, like it's like they have the easier time just being able to show up. Like it's like with me, it's like whenever I go to work, it's like I just be feeling drained. It don't matter how much sleep I got. If I meditated before work, if I'm meditating at work, it's just like work is just a low vibrational environment in general. So it's like when you walk in the workplace, your energy level is automatically gonna take a hit. And I mean, it's really smart, like how they designed the system. Like they really thought through about every type of little nuance possible. Cause like it really is meant to drain your energy, and it does a great job of doing it. Cause like I be having stuff that I got planned like to do, uh, out like after work, like posting content and stuff like that. But it's like a lot of times I just end up falling asleep. And then on top of that, it's like I got stuff I gotta handle too. So it's like it really don't give you time. Like you really don't got time. Like working is really a finesse. Like they finesse this system so good. Like that's why they have so many people bound to it still. But I can't let them beat me down. No, I can't let the system beat me down. No way. I'm not going to. Like that's what most people just resort to. Most people just know the system is tough, so they give up to it. But you can't do that. Like that's what they want. They want weak spirited people that's just gonna give in to the system because that's what the system breeds. It breeds weak spirited people, people that lack internal fortitude. And it's like instead of counteracting that by focusing on themselves, people just keep falling deeper and deeper into the holes this system just makes for you to go down. And like it's a shame. Hold on, let me see, let me see. Wait, let me see if I can invite him. I forgot to. Yeah, let me see if I can invite him real quick. So I should have. Oh yeah, it is working. All right, perfect. My audio is working. And if y'all couldn't hear me for a brief moment, my fault. I just had to send somebody an invite to the stream. But yeah, that's all I'm really focused on. Just trying to build financially and just make it out the system. Because I don't know. I just don't understand like how people do it. Like how have you been here for 50 years? You've been working on like you're 50 years old, 60 years old, 70 years old, and it's like you're still working at these like you're still working slave labor pretty much. That's what these 9 to 5 jobs are. Like there's no other way to really describe it. They are slaving. They make you do a certain amount of labor. Like they make you do a certain amount of labor every time you clock in. Like you got to be there for a certain amount of time every single day you clock in, and it's like they pay you just the bare minimum to take care of yourself. Like after you pay bills and stuff, it's like you don't even got enough left to your name to really like spend money on the stuff that you really need. Like it's just finesse all the way around. Like, I really just don't understand how people just sat around and let this stuff happen to Earth. Like this is our home planet, and it's like people just gave up on it. Like that's what it seems like. The energy on Earth is just like it's so dead and zombified. Like everybody is just so programmed. Everybody's like deeply programmed. And school played a big role in that too. Like you can't really blame people for being programmed because it's like we were all programmed growing up. Growing up, they put you through school, and school is pretty much the breeding ground where they form your mind to like just to think a certain way, just to like be wired a certain way. Because everybody in school, like you could really tell, like a lot of kids be thinking the same way. Like at the school I went to, for instance, it's like at the school I went to, it's like all the students there. Like I'm not gonna say all the students, but most of the students, like 80% of the students, like I kid you not, all these kids dress the same way, they talk the same way, like they just have the same mannerisms. It's like everybody at my school, like most of the people at the high school I went to, it's like everybody was mostly like the same character, like the same template. They all walk the same, talk the same, hang out with the same people. It's like everybody was just like on the same level. It was no like individuality about anybody. And it's like that's what they want to turn you into. Like they just want to turn you into like the system just want to turn you into like just like a mindless being that just follows like trends and like what you're told to do. Like, and this stuff is hard to explain too. That's why it's like when you try to talk to people about like it's like when you try to talk to people about the truth of our reality, it's like it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. That's why it kind of comes off like it kind of comes off like rough around the edges when I'm explaining this stuff, but I know what I'm talking about. Like I understand what I'm talking about subconsciously, but it's like bringing it to the forefront. It's hard. Like it's a complex thing to talk about. That's why it's like people that speak out and like speak the truth and speak about the stuff that they see wrong with the world and how it should be fixed, but it's not. It's like those people always end up like seeming like they're crazy, but it's like no, those people really know what they're talking about. Like they really see the flaws in the world, but it's like everybody else doesn't see it. Everybody else been programmed to just look past it and just ignore it. But it's like that's not right. That's what's holding the system back. Like that's what's holding us back as a collective. Everybody sees what's wrong with the system, but it's like people are just blind to it and numb to it. It's like stuff's never gonna change and evolve for the better if people don't, yeah, just don't care. Like people see evil going on, hear about it going on. Like the people that govern us is evil. Like we know that, but it's like who's really willing to put in the effort to like come together and change. Like that's what's wrong with the system. Nobody wants to put in the effort to change anything. People just step to the wayside anytime some evil stuff happens, and it's like yeah, like you guys can talk about it, you guys can act like you care, but it's like if nobody's willing to put in the action, then then talking about it don't matter at that point. Like that's a lot of people too. Like a lot of people just talk about their problems. They just talk about this system, how it's messed up, how they wish it would change, but it's like, is anybody even willing to do that? Like, only a select few people I know would actually be willing to do something to like, just like, just change the world. Like, like a lot of people really isn't willing to put their foot down and and try to help change the world. Because like people just aren't built like that. People just got that sheep mentality. People just got that sheep mentality. It's like after they see a large group of people doing something, like after they see a certain thing, action, a certain thing or action, or like just like a certain topic trending or whatever it may be, like a certain thing trending, that's when they want to hop on board and get with it. Like people just don't have that individual power to them to really just do what they want. Like it's like people nowadays don't only do something if they see a large group of people doing it. And it's like that mindset is so damaging. Like just the lack of togetherness, like in humanity today, like the lack of unity is the reason why like the world is like this. They got everybody pitted against each other because it's really survival mode out here. Like you got to struggle every day for like basic resources. So, I mean, they got people bound to the physical dimension because like you got to worry about your like your basic survival needs every single day, and that's the finesse to the system. It just keeps you bound here. Like you're you're you're, you're gonna spend some type of energy in the system every single day, whether you like it or not, because they got you bound here physically. That's what it is. They got you paying for a house. They got you paying for your phone. They got you paying for just stuff that you need on a daily basis, stuff that you use on a daily basis. They got you paying for food, water, just basic necessities that every human should be afforded. Just because Earth provides everything we need for free, so it's like, why do we have to go through somebody and pay for it's foolish. Like people don't see how foolish like this system is. Like I used to think like this world was like confusing and complex, but it's it's like just as I've evolved over time mentally, like I realized like this system is not hard to see through at all. It's really child's play. Like these people that control the world, they're smart, yeah, but they're not that smart. It's like it's like you can still see the holes like in their plot. It's not hard to see it. It's like a lot of people see this stuff. It's like you can talk to people that aren't really like aware on a high level and like they know that stuff is wrong with the world. It's like you can really just talk to like everyday people about the stuff wrong with the world, but it's like nobody's really gonna nobody's really gonna change it. Nobody really like has that power inside them to want to make a change, and that's what's stopping it. Nobody's gonna come together. I made a video on that too. Like I made a video on that too. Like the answer to beating this matrix is really simple. If people just banded together and really put their foot down and like was willing to fight to the very end to like to just gain our control and power back, we would. But it's like people aren't going to do that. People are so mentally fried nowadays, just thinking on a low level, just thinking about stuff that doesn't even matter. And it's like because people are so low minded, like it's never gonna change. They got people so distracted mentally with sports, music, entertainment, social media influencers, jobs. Like they got you so distracted. They got your mind just focused on a billion things at once. So it's like, how could you even just take the time out to focus on yourself at that point if that's all you knew. Because that's all you did your whole life. Like, that's why you can't really blame people. But at the same time, it's like I still do blame people because it's like you're responsible at the end of the day. Like, you're responsible for where your life goes. It's like people don't really want the best, like, for themselves at all. And it's like that's not even human. Like as a human, you should want the best possible outcome for yourself. You should want like you should want to live. Like, you should have like some internal willpower about you to just like make the best out of your situation. But it's like people don't have that driving force behind them anymore. Like people's people people's solar plexus chakra is all messed up. Like, people don't have like willpower about themselves no more. That internal strength, that internal fire to go out and get stuff. But I still got that in me though. Like, like that's why I'm gonna make it. And a lot of people is not gonna make it. And I know when I make it, they gonna be they gonna be trying to call me or text my phone asking me, "Oh, can I see something?" Like, nah, you can't, because you wasn't putting in no work. It's like the people that never put in no work, they just want. Those are always the biggest leeches. They just want to come around. They didn't help you build nothing. They didn't help you establish anything. They didn't help you build anything. Like, they wasn't a part of your plan at all. They didn't play no role in your plan. They didn't help you. They didn't give you money. They didn't give you support. And it's like those are the people that always want to come around. Like, I know it's about to be a bunch of those people. And if they hear this, they definitely know like who I'm talking about too. I know it's about to be a bunch of people. A bunch of people just a bunch of people just like they're just not like genuine people at all. They'll treat you a certain way, like while you're down, but let you get up. Like that one day you finally get up, they're gonna come back around and act like and try to act all nice and get on your good side again because they want something out of you. It's like when that day comes when I finally reach my peak, not even my peak. I wouldn't even say that because like life is an everlasting journey. It's not about reaching a peak. It's just about constant improvement. So I'm not even gonna say peak, but I'm gonna say when I reach that point of like elevating financially, and it's like I finally have more freedom to live how I want. I don't want nobody around me that wasn't with me on the way up. Cause I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Like, I know my mom and stuff like that. Like, she definitely gonna ask me like to see something, but it's like you never helped me though. You never helped me. Like, I know my sisters is gonna be asking me. Like, I only got two sisters, not three. Matter of fact, I only got three sisters that I would actually give some. But two of my sisters, I'm not gonna give them nothing because they didn't help me at all. Like, in fact, like they even put me in a worse predicament. Like, I'm not really gonna speak on it because it don't really matter. But like they, like they're even the reason why like I almost got into a really bad predicament. So it's like I after doing some stuff like that, it's like they're definitely not getting nothing from me because it's like family should not treat one another like that. People say like blood is thicker than water. Like, family should always be together, be strong, be close. But it's like that's not always true. Like that's not even true at all. I, I don't get why people think that. Just because somebody is your family, it means that they love you and they have the best interest for you. But nah, like family members really be some of the most grimiest people, and it's like they use the fact that like their family as a way to get over on you, just treat you a certain way. And it's like that just shows you the nature of people nowadays too. Like people would just like pe- people's egos are just so twisted nowadays. Like they'll just try to get over on you somehow. And it's like I'm not with it at all. Like, that's why I just stay to myself because like these people on earth are just twisted nowadays. Can't even trust your own family. Like I still got family members. I mean I still love all my family members. I'm not saying I don't love none of my family members. I still love them all. But it's like certain people just aren't getting anything out of me. You're not getting anything out of me. That's just it. I'm not giving you no money when I finally make it because like you're not a good person. So why would I help you out? Why would I help an evil person get to a good position? Because you didn't help me. In fact, like you hated on me. You didn't support me at all. Like you downplayed me. So it's like why would I even give you that chance by helping you out? Like, I'm not gonna do that. You gotta get it yourself. Like that's exactly what I'm gonna tell him too. Like, nah, you gotta get it yourself. Cause I was crying the whole time. Nobody called me. Yeah, nobody called me. Nobody checked on me. Nobody came to visit me. So it's like, why would I give you some? Like it's like family nowadays. It's like they can't even give you like emotional support. Like they can't even just be supportive of you. They can't even just give you like the bare minimum. They can't even give you like the bare minimum of support, but like let you make it. Like 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 they gonna be asking for some. Like that's just how people are. Yeah, a lot of people not getting none. Like, not a lot of people, but like I definitely got some people in mind that I'm not giving anything at all. A lot of people is not getting none from me at all. And I need to start meditating too. Like I haven't really been meditating. Like the past 3 days, 2, 3 days, I haven't really been meditating at all. So I really do just gotta take a break and just tap in because I haven't been doing that. Like I've been more consistent with it. I've been more consistent with it in general, but just the past few days, the past like 2, 3 days, I haven't really did it. Or like I did it in short spurts. I didn't really do it as much as I should have. And it's like I need to because it's like meditation just helps me just like helps me just stay like just grounded. It helps me just stay grounded. It helps me just stay present. It helps me just stay calm. Like just mentally solid while I'm doing like what I gotta do. That's why it's so critical for me. Like I don't know about y'all. Like y'all probably got different benefits for like different people. Like I know for me, like when I meditate, it just makes me feel like more grounded. I feel more grounded. I feel more in the present moment. I feel more alert, like more alert of everything going on around me, and also internally. Like 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 it just like brings you like a greater sense of clarity. When you meditate, it's like your mind just feels clear. Like you feel pure after you do it. Yeah, like you really feel pure after. I mean, I'm just speaking for me. Like I know I say you a lot, but when I say you, I'm really just speaking about me. But yeah, it's like when I meditate, I just have, I just get like a sense of clarity, a sense of clarity. Like it's almost like I feel pure, like I feel like renewed, like refreshed, almost. Like it's like I gave my body like a reboot. Like I just rebooted myself, and now like, like I'm back at 100%. Like that's what it feels like for me. And it's like I've gotten to the point where like I can meditate for like 30 seconds and still get that feeling. Like I can meditate for a short amount of time and still get that feeling, but it's like meditating for a long time is also like I feel like that should be like more of what I start doing because it's like I be having like nothing to do a lot of the time. Well, not a lot of the time, but like say I'm just like if I'm at work or something, it's like or just like if I'm at home, it's like my mind really won't be like occupied on anything. So it's like I could just really take time to meditate. Like I just gotta start being more aware of the opportunities I have to meditate. Like that's really what it is. Like I'm doing it at working stuff like in my free time and like while I'm working, but it's like I need to just like I need to just like take more time out. Like I need to start consciously taking time out of my day to like meditate. Like doing it in like sessions like that. Like I just do it in my free time whenever I can. Like I am aware of like the opportunities I have to meditate because like I be doing it at work and stuff like very often, like very consistently actually. But yeah, like I gotta start taking like certain portions out of my day to do it and make it more of like a conscious effort. Like that's what I was doing back in like 2020. I was just like taking like certain time out of my day and just like meditate for like 30 minutes, and I was doing that like multiple times a day. Cause like when like wasn't there a power outage too in like 2020? Like wasn't there like an outage? No, I wasn't even an outage. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the lockdown. Yeah, like during the lockdown when it wasn't even like no, nothing to do really. I was just going outside every day, going outside, just being in the sun, meditating. I was doing that for like a good like I want to say like 4 months. I was doing that just consistently every day. I didn't have no job or nothing, so I was just outside every day, just meditating outside every day. I'll probably go play basketball or something, or like ride my bike around the neighborhood. But it's like I was doing, I was just meditating very consistently. And it's like that's probably like one of the highest energy levels I ever been at. Like it's like back in like 2020 when that lockdown happened, and I was just meditating every day. Like it's like I just felt so peaceful at that point in time. It's like everything to like everybody else. It's like people felt like this world was crumbling, bro. But it's like I felt right at peace because I was just meditating every day. Like I didn't really care about none of the COVID stuff happening, none of the lockdown stuff. Like I was just using that. as an opportunity to just focus harder on myself, and it paid off. Like that was definitely one of the highest energy levels I like ever been at. Like my mind just felt so clear at that point in time. It's like I had no worries at all in the world. Like I felt like a kid again. Back in like 2020, 2021, 2021 too. I'm trying to get back to that point as well. I'm trying to get back to that point where I can just meditate a lot and just like not even where I can meditate a lot, but just where I can get back to that point of just being like like the point of just being like highly at peace. Like of course I feel at peace because I meditate. Like I always feel at peace. I always feel content. But it's like you can really heighten that feeling and it's inside of you by practicing meditation, like for a consistent like period of time. Like that that's what I really came to realize. Like you can heighten that peaceful feeling inside yourself, that contentful feeling, like that content feeling, that satisfied feeling, like just being yourself. Like you can really just heighten that feeling just by being in the present moment, taking time out to be still and be in the present moment every single day. It's like that that essence inside you, that peaceful essence, that stillness just grows stronger. And like that was my awareness increasing. I felt like at that point in time, like when I started to feel like that, I feel like that was just my awareness increasing. Like that was just getting like I feel like at that point, like back in like 2020, I feel like when I started to really, that's when I really started to elevate as far as like my mindset. Like it felt like just the vibration I think on, like it skyrocketed back in like 2020. Because like I really had a lot of time to focus on myself, and not even just 2020. Like this past summer, like the summer that passed last year, going into this year, like I didn't have a job back then either. Like because a situation happened, but like I didn't have a job like for a little while, and it's like while I was just at home in my apartment, it's like I was just focusing. I mean, I was just like meditating every single day, and it's it's like I was doing that for a consistent like meditating multiple times a day, like long periods too, and it's like after like 3 weeks, it's like my energy just skyrocketed. But it's hard to achieve a state like that when you're at work, like when they got you working and stuff like that, like when they got you just your energy focused on something else other than yourself. It's like you can't really build that connection with yourself as much as you want to internally, because you got to focus on this made up ass system we live in as well. Like I definitely see why they don't want people to like I definitely see another side of why they want people to work and stuff like that. Like why they constantly want to drain your energy and have you distracted and focused on meaningless stuff outside of yourself. It's because like when you really take time to yourself and really just just meditate, really just be still, meditate. It's like the it's like your internal strength just grows to a insurmountable level. Like it just grows to like a really heightened level, like an extreme level. So it's like they don't want people walking around like that because they wouldn't be able to control you. It's like you're too strong to be controlled almost. It's like your energy is so high that it won't let you stoop down. It won't let you stoop down and be taken advantage of, and that's exactly what they don't want, because this system, it, like, the reason why they breed you to be weak and just to be programmed the way they want you to is because that's how this system works. This system feeds off of weak people. If people were strong, if people were strong, this system would not be in place. And I feel like it's just like I don't even know. I don't even know. It's like people see through this stuff, but they don't even want to try. Cause like a lot of people know this stuff. A lot of people know this stuff. Like you'd be surprised. Like talking to people, like you'll realize that people like you didn't even think, like like people that you never even knew. No, it's not that. Like how can I word it? Like people that are bots. Yeah, I'll say that. Like people that are bots. It, it's like every once in a while, it's like they'll tell you something profound, or like they'll tell you something like knowledgeable on a deep level, and it's like, damn, you would have never really thought that person like was gonna tell you some stuff like that. So it's like I really realized that like these bots know stuff, know about this reality on a deep level too. But it's like most people just like they just they know the knowledge that they need to like escape this matrix, but putting it to fruition, putting it to effort is another thing. Like that's another battle in itself that people aren't ready to face. Like yeah, you can know that like you can have this world figured out mentally, but it's like physically, if you're not gonna do nothing, it's like it's really just a waste. It's really just a waste to have the knowledge. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because like everybody's different. Like some people, yeah, they know that this world is messed up. They know that Earth is in critical condition. Like Earth's health bar is extremely low right now. Like just the vibration of people is just dragging it down. But it's like people know this stuff. Like a lot of people know this stuff, but it's like I I mean, I guess like not everybody is meant to really want to do something, like really want to put something to action. Like people just have like different roles they play in life. So I'm not gonna say like yeah. So I'm not gonna say like if you know stuff on a deep level, like it's pointless if you're not doing nothing, like financially to escape. Like I'm not gonna say it's pointless because it's not. Like people have like different pathways in life. So like just because like you're aware of this world and how it works and stuff like that, it doesn't mean like you want to just like you want to just like do something to achieve that great success. Like like it's just like some people are comfortable just living a regular life. Like not everybody is really gonna want to strive to like achieve a large amount of wealth. Like yeah, like people are just different. Like everybody got a different path in life, so it's like you can't really judge nobody. Like that's also something I've been thinking about recently. Like a lot of people, like people just have a different path in life. Like everybody is really on their own like individual journey in life that's suited to them. So it's like you can't really judge nobody, bro, because it's like everybody is really just living this life on their own difficulty that they can handle. So it's like just because somebody is doing something that you wouldn't necessarily agree with, like you can't really like judge them for it because in their shoes, that's probably what they got to do. Like they probably don't see no other way around it. So it's like everybody is really just like on their own difficulty level. Like in terms of their life. Like say somebody lived my life for a day. They probably think my life was the hardest day ever. Or maybe some people would probably live my life and think that my life is super easy. So it's just like you're really living like on a certain difficulty level. Like some people might see your life and not really think it's hard, and some people might peek into your life and think it's the most difficult thing ever. Cause like everybody is really on their own like individual path, like to optimize like their growth internally. Like that's what life is. Life is just it's a spiritual test that's specifically suited to you to help you grow internally. Like just the way that Earth is, like it's dualistic. So it's like Earth Earth is gonna put like certain like I'm not even gonna say Earth, like just the universe, just the driving force behind this life we live. Like the reason why everything works the way it does because of the universe. So I'm just gonna say the universe, but it's like the universe just like it's like based on like the awareness level you're at, like based on like where you're at mentally. It's like the universe puts certain things in your path that that it knows is going to be difficult for you to just get past. Like it's like it puts difficulties. It, it's like it puts certain difficulties that you struggle with in your way, and it's like it does it on purpose too. Because like this life works in patterns. So it's like when you go through life, it's like the universe just puts specific things that you struggle with, like like on on your way. So it's like you really got to build that mental power, that internal power, that fortitude, that strength, that willpower, like whatever you want to call it, determination. You got to build that. You got to build that force inside you to really just overcome the obstacles that lie in your path. It's like that's how this life works. Like that's how this life works. Life is just very like like it's almost like it's like when you start just like taking time to be still and just like just really think about life on a deeper level. It's like you'll realize like how calculated this life seems almost. It's almost like things are happening for you in a sense. Like at first, like I used to have a mindset like whenever something bad happened to me, I'll be like, oh, like why is this happening to me? But it's like over time, like I realized that certain things happen because because it was supposed to teach me a certain lesson. Like that's what life is about. Like, life is about lessons. You do a certain thing, and then you get a lesson from it. You learn if that thing is good or bad by experiencing it, and then from then you have to have the discernment to choose whether you want to do it or not. Like that's how this life works. And everything is just about learning and growing and experiencing. Like that's why I said earlier, it's almost like this life is like calculated. Like like that's how I know it's a universe. Like that's how I know it's the universe at play, or it's God at play. Like whatever you want to call it, it's all the same. Like I mean, like people that believe in Jesus Christ and stuff like that. Like I don't believe in religion and stuff like that. But it's like people don't know like subconsciously like Jesus Christ is synonymous like for higher consciousness. So it's like people are just like it's like whatever way you want to look at it, it's all the same thing. Whether you believe in Jesus Christ, the universe, you believe in Buddha or whatever, like it's still some like higher consciousness that like you're looking up towards. Like you're looking up to a being that that just lives on a higher level, that just lives on a higher plane of existence. So it's like really like people are all doing the same thing, but not really at the same time. Because it's like religion is not like religion is not what spirituality is. Like religion is not the natural way of life. That's not how people should be living. Like spirituality, like it shouldn't even be called that. Like I just live regularly. Like that's the way I see it. I just live regularly. Like I don't call it spirituality. I think that shit's corny. Like I didn't even mean to curse right there, but like that like that's just my honest opinion. Like I think it's corny to call certain stuff like if you meditate. Like I don't even call it meditation. Like I just call it just. I mean, it's just what I like to do. Like I don't call it nothing. I just gotta make sure I call it that because it's like I'm trying to talk to y'all in the video, and it's like if I don't explain certain things, you're not gonna understand what I'm saying. So it's like I gotta label it for the sake of the video, just so people understand what I'm talking about. But really, like why does this stuff even have a name to it? Like, cause like that's not like how I view it at all. I just view the way I live as like the normal way of life, like the normal way of life that I live. Like Like yeah, like certain people might call me spiritual or whatever. Like I'm not spiritual. I'm just a regular person. Just a regular person, like everybody else. Like, yeah, yeah. That's another thing too. It's like society just like everything is like a label. Everything is a label, and it's like that stuff just gets annoying. It's really cringy. Like that's what it is. Like I just view all these labels and all these terms. Like it's kind of just like cringy. Cause it's like you can put a label on anything that people do. Anything that people do, it gets labeled. And it's like certain labels have bad connotations to them. It's like when people hear that you're a person that does a certain thing, it's like they're gonna look at it a certain way based on the connotation that word gives off, based on the connotation that label gives off. So it's like that's the reason that stuff is really labeled because it's meant to just it's meant to just make people look down at like a certain way of living. Like, oh, if you live this way that most people aren't living, then you're this. Like, I'm just me. Like, why can't I just be me? Why can't I just be me and just be at peace? Not be bothered by people's like petty labels. But it's like, nah, people always gotta label you something. Oh, you're this, you're that. Cause like it's just another way to bring you down on their level. Like that's what these labels are. It's just meant to make you more one track minded, make you think a certain way. Like it's meant to take away like these labels that people call you. It's just meant to take away like your sense of individuality because if you're a person that's unorthodox, like like me, like you just like to do stuff that most people don't do. It's like people are gonna look at you a certain way, and it's like they're gonna try to make it seem like what you do is weird or bad. So they're gonna call you certain things, but it's like the same people that criticize you about how you live, they live just like everybody else because they're too scared to be they're too scared to be different. So it's just like labels are just meant to it's just meant to take away your personal sense of individuality and make you fit the mold. That's really just what it is. if I keep pausing a lot, that's because like I'm trying to take some time to just be mindful as well. I'm not trying to talk the whole time. Like I like talking, of course, but it's like I'm a person like when you see me like in person, like I'm really silent. Like I really don't talk a lot. Like me being on YouTube and stuff like that is me really voicing myself. Cause like I don't really talk to a lot of people at all. Like I've been that way ever since I was a kid. Like ever since I could recall, I've always been that way. Like it's not like I'm like antisocial or no stupid shit like that. But it's like yeah, because I'm not antisocial. Like like I'm a charismatic person. Like I can talk to people. I can articulate myself. Like people I've talked to even tell me I'm articulate and stuff like that. I mean, I don't even see it like that, but it's like yeah, like I know I can talk. Like I'm not antisocial or nothing, but it's just like I've always just prioritized like my like just being alone. I've always just prioritized being alone ever since I was a kid. Like my mom would always question me about that too. She'd always question me like, oh, why are you always like by yourself? Why are you always alone? Like, why don't you go? Why don't you go do this? Why don't you go like just do something that other people are doing, that most other kids are doing? But it's like I never really felt like I had to. Like I always felt like just being like by myself was like all I needed. Like of course I had, of course I of course I talked to people. Of course I talked to people. Of course I interacted as a kid. But it's just like I was always comfortable being on myself, like being by myself. Like I always had like a sense of independence, especially at a young age. I've always had that. Like yeah, it's like in school and stuff like that. It's like in school, like certain kids, like say we was about to work on a project, and like you know how like all the kids be like grouping up with like whoever they want their partner to be. They be like, oh, I want him as my partner. I pick him. But it's like, like I was never really like that as a kid. Like I, I would just like whenever it was time like for a project or something, and the teacher told us pair up, I would just immediately get to working by myself. And if somebody came to work with me, it's like I wouldn't even want them to almost like yeah like like that's just the best way I can explain it. It's like ever since I was a kid like I've just been this way like my whole life, but it's like I've I've just really spent so much time like to myself. It's just like yeah, like I've just spent so much time to myself, and I've grown with myself so much that it's like I just feel like a level of contentfulness just when I'm alone. So it's like I don't really need anybody around me. Like it's almost like I've grown so much internally to the point where like if somebody else, if somebody comes around me, it's like it'll almost be like a disturbance to me because it's like you're not at that same level. Like it's like an energetic disturbance. It's like their energy is below yours, and like your body is subconsciously trying to tell you that like hey, like yeah, like it's an energetic like imbalance going on. Like I feel like that's what it is. Like whenever you get that like just like irritated feeling around people when they come around, it's because like your body is just trying to give you like a heads up, like hey, like it's something not right. It's something not right with this person's energy. Because like that's how I've always felt around most people, like around kids at school, ever since like ever since I was young and coming up. Like it's like I spent so much time to myself as a kid, bro. That like whenever other people like teachers or other kids would come up to me, it, it's like I would just feel like slightly annoyed. But it's like as a kid, like I didn't really understand why. Like I didn't really understand why, but it's like now I understand more. It's because they weren't really on your frequency, so it's like your body is just trying to notify you of that by like, giving you that that irritated feeling. It's like a, it's like there's a blockage there almost. Cause if that person was on the same like energy level that you're on, like the same level spiritually that you're on, it's like you wouldn't feel an imbalance. But when they came around you, you would just feel like you would just feel as if nothing happened at all. But it's like when most people, I mean, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because like I'm not gonna lie. Like no matter who it is, like it doesn't matter if I'm speaking to somebody or like if I'm around somebody that's like minded. It's like it's like I'll still get a slightly like irritated feeling because it's like just being to myself. Like I've just became so acclimated with that. So it's like yeah, like it's nothing against people. It's just like it's just like how I've always been. Like it's like I never really meant to do it. Like it just happens. Like it's just something that naturally happens, and it's like that because like you need to prioritize yourself. Like always just work on yourself. So like I feel like that's the reason why that irritated feeling or like that disruption, like you feel that when people come around because it don't even matter if like a person is like high vibrational, bro. It's like no matter who it is, it's like you'll get a certain like disturbance because like your peace is no longer there. You're no longer like by yourself. Like somebody else is in your presence. So it's like yeah. So it's like unless you're truly isolated, you're gonna get that feeling that's like that like something's like blocking you. Like that's just how I see it. Like like that's just how like I can explain it based on my experience. Like no matter who comes around me, it don't matter if a person like is like minded me or not. Like, I just feel a disturbance because it's like I just became so acclimated just to be in like just to be alone, and it's like that's the way it should be though. Like you shouldn't really mix your energy around people too much. Like no matter who it is, no matter who it is. Like of course you want to be around like-minded people. Like that's all good. That's all good and well. Like I like being around people, but like I like being like to myself more because it's like that's the only time when I'm truly at peace. Like yeah, like y'all should do that as well because like that's really important. Building that internal connection with yourself. Like that's something that most people don't do. And it's like if you want to truly be content with who you are, it's like you you have to start tapping in with yourself and getting to know yourself on a deep level. Just start spending time with yourself. That's all it is. It's spending time with yourself. You, you're just spending time with yourself every day. Just spending time with yourself internally. Just like checking in, pretty much. Like how you go to a doctor to get a checkup. Like that. That's all you're doing when you're meditating. You're checking in with your internal self. You're spending time. You're taking time out of your day to spend time like with your internal state. Make sure everything is good. Make sure everything is good. Make sure just make sure your thought processes is in order. Make sure your mental strength, like everything is in order. It's pretty much like just like refueling you. It's like a checkup, like just to make sure that everything is all good within you. Like that's just how I see it. It's almost like doing like internal maintenance. You're working on yourself internally just by meditating. That's why I like meditating so much, because it's it's just like it's just a really peaceful process. It's like there's nothing else like, especially like when you get used to doing it too. It's 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 like it's like when you get used to doing it, it's like it becomes so much easier just to slip into meditation. So then it's like you'll find yourself just meditating for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, like just easily. Because it's like you've programmed yourself more to get to that state. And like I've been there before. I'm not there now no more. Like now I'll probably meditate like the longest for like 10 minutes. But it's like nowadays it's like I'm meditating more in spurts. Like I'll just do it in like increments throughout the day. I won't really do it like in a long session. Like I might meditate like 3 times in like 2 minutes. I'll just take like 30 seconds at a time. Meditate for 30 seconds, meditate for 30 seconds, wait, meditate for 30 seconds again. Like that that that's just how I do it now, and I should be doing it like in more longer sessions. I don't know why I stopped. I gotta get back to doing that. Like I just feel like when I do it in longer sessions, I feel like that mindfulness feeling just like it lasts a lot longer. Like that mindfulness feeling I get when I meditate, I feel like it lasts a lot longer like when I'm still for longer periods of time. Like it's almost like I'd say like my body responds better to the meditation. Like the longer I do it, I'll put it that way because that might be easier to understand for some people. It's almost like my body just like incorporated the meditation better when I do it for a longer period of time. And it's like I just feel more mindful and more at peace for an extended period when I have long sessions. So I gotta get back to doing that. And if y'all don't do that, I would advise y'all to do that as well. If you want to, you don't have to do it. I know not everybody feel comfortable doing a certain thing, but like if that's something like you feel like you would be interested in, definitely try it out. Definitely try it out. Like I'm laid back in the chair like right now too, so like if I sound kind of like my voice sound kind of like scratchy a little bit, that's because I'm like laid back. Y'all might be able to hear the chair creaking too. I'm just laid back right now. I'm just talking. Yeah, I gotta get a new chair too. Like if y'all heard the chair creaking in the background, I apologize for that because it might have been doing that the whole video. I'm not really sure. I wasn't really paying attention. But it is pretty loud, so I hope y'all can look past it if it's not too bothersome, too noisy. really got no sleep today either. I might go to sleep for a little bit. Go live later today too. Only slept for like a few hours, like 4 hours. And I woke up to stream, but I might go to sleep. Go to sleep. But I'm gonna start this stream later though. If y'all see this video, I appreciate y'all for watching, tuning in. I appreciate y'all a lot. Thank you for watching me, taking time after watching me. But I appreciate y'all for taking time out of your day and just like showing support. And I will be going live later today as well. So thank you.